Sorry guys, I do apologise about that. I had a connection drop out, so I'm using something different to connect to the internet now. I really do apologise about that. We missed quite a few laps. Some guys there, Bonnie Val, who we were on board with, a 143.9. Ashik setting the quickest at the minute, a 141.2. Kane, a 142.2. These are all on medium tyres. As my son is now awake. I do apologise about that. My son is now awake and currently staring at me. Hello, Bob. Jack Whittle, a 142.4. Mechanical, 142.6. Kieran, 142.9. Nerf, a 143.1. Bonnie Val, as we mentioned, 143.9. Curly, a 144.3. Alright, mate. Warrior Huntsman at 144.3. You got Ehal currently on a lap as well. We'll see what he's up to. Sorry about that. I now have my son in my lap. Right, let's do this and Bob. Right. So still waiting on a few guys to cross the line. Ehal is about 2. Gainful, I think, is snuck in there with a 143.7. Kev King did as well, a 141.6. Ehal 142.3, puts himself P4 currently. Also and Chip have retired. So looks like we're only going to be losing 2 cars this Q1 session. So we'll see if that has any factor into people's strategies in the next 2 qualifying sessions, whether they're going to use some tyres or whether they may even choose for the mediums in one of these sessions. But it doesn't appear like that's going to be the case at the minute. Everyone's setting banks on the softs. As Carl Trim, a 142.9. Daddy looks a bit silly, doesn't he? Yeah, Daddy looks a bit silly. Let's have a look down here. Clay hasn't set time yet, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. Cavalis is going to be the next to cross the line though. So we'll see what he can produce on his first flyer. and he goes 143.1. Clay sets a 143.8. So Daryl currently is the only one not to set a time as of yet, so we will stay on board with him. Oh, and El Jobo, but he is he is still in the pits. We're not watching Dougie, mate. You gotta be quiet, everyone's racing. As Ralphie says, Daddy is amazing, introduce you into sim racing. Hello, little one. We say hello, Ralphie. Yeah, as I say, guys, I do apologise about this. I did mention in the previous stream, just before I had to reset, I have two little ones that are ill. We have lots of reserves, we have lots of drivers decided to check out on us. Daryl goes P7 or 142.7. We're all about filling grids here, so someone would have been able to cover it, essentially, one of the other admins, but it would have meant that we would have been even less people in grids, and that's just not what we're about here. So yeah, unfortunately you do need to put up with my little noisy boy, but we're going to make it work. Just adds a little bit into the stream, gives everyone a good laugh. And you're probably going to see a side of me that you probably don't see in the channel. And to be honest, it's just like being with Mechanical for a week anyway, so yeah, as Mechanical says, Curly and Huntsman same times. That is, yeah, just notice that, buddy. And not too much of a difference between Bonnie, although there is, to be fair, it's about a tenth, but Bonnie and Clay's also tight, so we'll see what they can do. I mean, it looks like it's going to be whichever one can improve the most on their next lap between Curly and Warrior. It's going to jump above one another. El Jobbo about to come out as well. Yes, cars, brum brum. Quiet. That's it, good boy. So Gainful then 142.9. Kieran is over on his time. So he's not improving. Gainful's just set. Nerf is on a lap. And whoever that in front of him is giving him a massive tow as Kane decides to retire in the pits. Yeah, I believe he's safe as well, to be fair, mate. Mechanical also retiring in the pits. He also thinks he's safe. Which, yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't disagree. So let's see what Nerf can do. I missed his Sector 2 split. I do apologise, guys, but he is getting a huge tow. I think that might even be his teammate. Nerf improves by a tenth. Puts himself P11. So El Jobbo needs to set a time as of yet. Curly is on a lap. Huntsman's retired. Interesting. So we're going to be losing Huntsman, that's for sure. So who else will be joining him out in Q1? Clay also retiring. I would imagine, yeah, he's definitely saying, well, I don't know. Coltrane retiring. So as that is. I thought someone jumped out of the way there. I'm pretty sure Curly jumped out of the way of El Jobbo. Bonnie is also just started his. So we'll see what Bonnie can do, because he's rather lowly down there at the minute. He's normally, obviously, he is our championship leader at the minute, so I would imagine he doesn't necessarily need the result tonight, but it would be handy. He's got quite a healthy gap over P2, which I will check for you guys. As Bonnie isn't really improving. So let's see if he makes any major gains in sector. On let's watch racing. As Bonnie, let's see sector 2, what is it going to be? He needs to find just a 10th to knock Clay down into that bottom spot. I missed his sector 2 again. I am not on the ball this evening. Brilliant. Right, so let's see what Bonnie does when he crosses this line then. As Curly is a 10th up on his time. As Bonnie did improve, he went up to P14, made about 6/10 gain. So that means Curly is safe. So he doesn't need to set this time. He is safe. We will be losing Clay, Warrior, Osso and Chip. Osso and Chip, the only two not to set times. Ashik then taking P1 in this Q1 session with a 141.2. Kev King a little further back, a 141.6, and Kane Lowry a 142.2. So there is, what's that? There's about a second between the top three. So it will be interesting. It's quite a long lap round here, to be fair, probably one of the longer tracks. And it's easy to make a mistake around here. Just brush a wall and that's pretty much an end plate gone. That's costing you time and probably ruining your lap, to be fair. So tough on Warrior and Clay. The McLaren boys also doing well up there. They are in a fight with Alpine at the minute for the constructors. So just confirmation then, we will be losing Clay, Warrior, Osso and Chip Hazard. Just confirmation of your top three then, Ashik, Kev King and Kane Lowry. So yeah, there is 1.6 seconds currently covering the top 10, but I expect that to Constantino up a little bit. And this is obviously a track that I'm expecting plenty of chaos. So qualifying not necessarily important. Not a lot of practice here for myself, but talking to some of the guys in the chats, they seem to be running higher wings than probably what you'd expect, but that is purely because this track is not very nice really. It's got one long straight, which you can make up a fair chunk of time, but then in the castle section, for example, it's going to be tough to get the car rotated. The little hairpin by the castle, it's going to be hard to find the turn in on the front with obviously quite low wings, so the guy's running higher wings than normal. You've got 11 people listening to you shout, mate. So keep it down, noisy boy. We're going to ride on board with my teammate, Kane Lowry. I'm hoping for another good result from him this evening. He really is one of the more consistent drivers in CDR for the last few seasons, to be fair. Showing real good pace. So I'm expecting him to be there or thereabouts. Always good on strategy, and as we all know, he can take a set of hard tyres for 14 race rounds. The same set of hard tyres, might I add. And he'll probably still be able to do the following season with him. He's the tyre whisperer of CDR. So we'll see what the tyre whisperer can do around here on his first flyer. Just finishing his outlap, finishing sector 2 on his outlap currently. See, we lost one viewer because you're shouting. Yeah, we lost one viewer because of you. Noisy boy. Noisy boy. Noisy boy. Noisy boy. Noisy boy. See, we lost another 2 because of you. Stop shouting. Go on, give me a cuddle. So, let's see what Kane does. We'll see what his first sector 1 split is. First sector 1 split is. Retard. Oh, I've not even got the lap time off, have I? Good work, Luckman. You absolute legend. Right, that's better. Let's see what sector 2 split is then, for some comparisons to the following guys behind him. That looks like a Alfa Romeo behind him, so we'll jump on board with that Alfa afterwards. Might even be Nerf pack. Good old Nerf. Looks like a fairly solid lap from Kane at the moment. As he crosses the line on this mega straight of 142.5. It is Nerf Pack that was following, and he's got Bonnie behind him, I reckon. Yep, a 142.7 from both. There's got quite a few people crossing the line now. It was Mechanical 142.4. Curly's about to cross the line, and he is following El Jobbo, it looked like. 145 flat for El Jobbo. A 144 for Curly, it was. Carl Trimmer 142.8, P7. Fairly tight between those guys at the moment. Let's see if anything changes. As Ihazu, another one that has pace. Just needs to find a bit of consistency and a bit of luck with his internet wouldn't go amiss as well. So he goes P4 142.5. Jack Whittle 141.9. Kev King 142.4. Good lap times from Jack there. Put himself up there. Daryl appears gameful. Yeah, Daryl is going to be the next across the line, it looks like. He is now about to come through the little twisty left-right section at the high speed start of this straight. He opens the DRS. Let's see what his time is for Daryl. A 144.1. Gameful will be the next to set a time, it appears. And then following on from that, it appears it's going to be Kieran. So yeah, as expected, it did Constantina up. So there's currently just 1 second covering the top 10 now instead of, well, just over a second, but instead of the 1.6 second gap we had in Q1. Much closer this time around. So what has Gameful got for us? He's got a 143.1, puts himself P10 currently. Kieran then, he crosses the line. This looks quick. It is a 142.6, puts himself P7. So as Sheik has retired from the session, he will be the only guy not to set time. Or lady, it might be a lady, I don't know, sorry. The only driver, should I say. You're having me on, Darius. I don't believe you. I need to get that stream up. He's saying tier 1 is going well. 9 left and it's only Q2. You're joking. Good evening, Mr. Bottle. That is you exactly. You need to watch what you say as well. I've got my son with me right now. 1-year-old. You'll probably hear him shouting in a minute. I'm not. Where's this stream? I need to have a look at this. I need to have a look into this and see what is cracking. Poor lad. He actually is poorly, mate, to be fair. That's the only reason he's with me. Obviously, wanted full grids this evening, so didn't want comms really to get covered. And he wasn't. Well, it was covered by my mum, but she has been called out. So he is awake and then with me. I woke him up doing comms. Oh, he ain't joking either. Mental. You're basically doing Q3 and Q2. Crazy. Right, I need to concentrate now. Leave me alone. Carl is on a lap now as well. El Jobbo is on a lap as well, I think. I believe he is. It's going to boost my viewers up. Yeah, mate, it's full of cold. It's cough, cold, bit of a temp as well. So, just trying to keep him settled. Yeah, mate, that's how I feel as well. Carl is 2 temps better off through Sector 1. El Jobbo is 4 temps through Sector 1 as well. Interesting for those guys. Terriers, okay, I'll leave you alone. Have a good one. Hope little one gets better. Thank you, buddy. Do appreciate that. I probably did sound a bit aggressive there. Leave me alone. I do apologise, Terriers. I wasn't supposed to come across like that. Just didn't want to miss things in this session, which it appears I did miss the end of. Who was it? El Jobbo. He's 3 seconds better off through Sector 2. Madness. Curly's retired from the session. He puts himself P2. There you go. El Jobbo is back. Gameful's almost 2 temps better off through Sector 2 as well. Clap, clap, clap. Well done. And he decides to pit, get a fresh set of boots on, and off he goes. Carl is almost half a second. He improved by half a second. So he puts himself P3 at 142.4. It's a good lap from time from Carl there. Nerf appears to be on a lap as well, and he's got someone behind him. It might be Daryl on an out lap. Yeah, it is Daryl on an out lap. So that's not too much of an issue for Nerf. Just carry on, away you go. Let's see what his first Sector 1 is. I need to stop saying first Sector 1. I need to see what his first sector is. And he is slightly better off. As he sticks in the wall. That's unfortunate for Nerf. Nerf been showing real good pace in Tier 3 recently as well. Bit of a change man after his race win last season at Japan, I think it was. So Nerf won't be setting another time. Unless he can get back in and back out within 2 minutes. Possible, but doubtful. So we'll see what happens there. Curly's decided to retire. Carl goes off the track to let someone through. El Jobbo jumps into the pit then. Ehal is just started his lap. Kieran also started his lap. We'll stay on board with Kieran. I've got a feeling that he might have a bit of pace in the bag. Here's his teammate not too far behind him, also on the lap, so this could be... It looks a bit far for Ehal to be getting a slipstream down that main straight, to be fair. El Jobbo retires from the session in the pits. He is safe, I would imagine so as well. Ooh, he's got a drop. 7 temps, to be fair. Dave stuffed it in the wall. Oh, that's unfortunate, bud. Yeah, I was on board. I was commentating on it. It was unfortunate. Good lad. You have a little cuddle with Daddy. Good boy. So, we were on board with Kieran, weren't we? And he's half a second better off through Sector 2. So, if he can find a tenth or two, he is going to be challenging pole in this Q2 session. Can he just find them couple of attempts? 7 sets of 142.2. Who else? Ehal jumps in there with a 141.6. It's a good lap time from him. Let's ride on board with Jack. He's 2 tenths better off currently. Oh, as he loses, he almost lost it there. That's going to cost him a bit of time. Let's see. He needs 3 tenths to take pole off of Ehal in this Q2 session. But Jack's showing good pace. He had a good result last week. I was really impressed with him. And I do think he may be someone to keep your eye on. I do think he might throw a spanner in the works this evening. He's not quite improving enough though. He's not even half a tenth up. So he needs to find a little bit of time. That big snap of oversteer has killed him off massively. I think the positive for Jack here is going to be that he has the pace to challenge, and he knows he has the pace to challenge. He was 2 tenths better off going through the first sector alone until he had that little moment. So he has pace in hand. It will be interesting. So Gainful is safe, a 142.1. So Cavalis now needs to improve. He needs to improve, and it's telling me he's 2 tenths down. Doesn't appear like he's gonna find any time, to be fair. What's his time gonna be? It's not gonna be good enough. It's not. It's 3 tenths worse. So we are losing Ashik, who didn't set time. I'd imagine that he probably has a ban. If not, he's probably binned it. Curly, Daryl, Nerf, and Cavalis we are losing in this Q2 session. Ehal taking P1, a 141.6, and Jack Whittle, a 141.9, taking P2. Bonnie Vouch, there you go, then he is back in business, jumping up to P3 of a 142 flat. El Jobber 142 flat, Gainful 142.1. Kieran a 142.4, Carl 142.4, Kev 142.4s. There's quite a few 142.4s there. Towards the end of the grid P10 spot. This Q3 session really could heat up in the next few minutes. So then just confirmation there, we are losing Ashik, Curly, Daryl, Nerf, Cavalis. It's probably about time I start checking the comments. Curly offering to join us for Q3. I say let's get him in. I say let's do it. Let's get Curly added into the party chat. And let's get him on comms for this Q3 session. Sorry buddy, I've only just seen that. But I'll take you up on your offer, why not? Nice to chat to someone. Alright mate, shh. Where are you on here, Curly? I can't find you. We're currently playing together, so why aren't you not coming up on there? Ah, there you go. Alright, let's get Curly added in then. Here he is. Good evening, Curly. As his mic isn't on, or at least I can't hear him. Oh, he's still trying to join, that's why. This could be my issue, not Curly's. Oh, he's muted. Okay, alright, Curly. we're gonna have to save that for another time. It's not gonna let me because I haven't got good enough internet connection to allow you to party with me. I'll explain everything in a DM shortly, bud. So that's not going to happen then for this Q3 session. That's unfortunate. I was actually really looking forward to that, to be fair. It is what it is. This is obviously, as you're aware, as you're probably all aware, to be fair, I have had connection issues for the last few months. Virgin just don't want to do anything about it. Dug up the road 3 times already and nothing's happening. So that's unfortunate. I was actually really looking forward to having someone else on. That would have been nice for this Q3 session. As Kane has lost that. I was on board with that as well. No way. Crazy. That's so unfortunate for Kane. Just lost it through that quick left and right, and I know Kane doesn't run any assists either, so I'd imagine he just, as it went, it went. And that was it. That was game over for him. So we aren't going to be seeing a lap from Kane this evening in this Q3 session. He's got a bit of a job in his hands. We'll be starting from P10. Yeah, Curly. It's my internet connection that's doing it, bud. I got kicked out of my internet, my Virgin one, so I'm actually using like a portable wireless internet thing, and I'm gonna give Virgin another call tomorrow because me and my brother keep getting connection dropouts, and he's not even on the internet, to be fair. So that's something obviously I will need to sort. It was fixed for a number of weeks, to be fair. I haven't had a problem, but it's still not fixed. So that's my issue. I do apologise. The Bonnie is going to be the first to set a time here in Q3. We're losing mega viewers. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Curly, as soon as, if this ever becomes an opportunity again for us to obviously jump in a qualifying session together, I'll 100% take you up on it, bud. 100%. Be nice to get someone else in the comms with me for a session. Yeah, no, most definitely, buddy. Bonnie decides to abandon that lap, but Kev a 141.3, Kieran a 141.9, Carl a 142.4, El Jobber a 143.1. Jack Whittle, let's see what he can do. He has got pace. Here goes P2, a 141.7. Who's it going to be next? It's Gameful next, followed by Mr. Ehauzu. Ehau's retired from the session. He's binned it. Ehau's binned it. Gameful goes P6 at 143.1. And Ehau's binned it just after the finish of Sector 2. That's unfortunate for him. So that's now 2 out of this final session. Kane will be starting P10, Ehau P9. The only one still to set a time at the moment is Bonnie. He's still sat in the pits. There's a big cluster of cars currently behind Carl. There's Carl. Carl decides to jump in the pits, yeah, as expected. I'm not sure if any of these other guys are going to jump in. Yeah, they all are. So we will now just be waiting for everyone to switch their tyres to a fresh set of boots, and off we go. So who is going to be the first to pull the plug here in Q3 on their final runs? Bonnie obviously not setting a time just yet. So El Jobbo is the first one to pull the plug for his final run. Let's see what he will be following directly after. All the rest of the guys still waiting in the pits. So, bit of a gap currently at the minute between Kev King and Jack Will, but that will, I would imagine, Constantina up like it has done over the last few sessions between the guys. Good boy. Have some juice. That's it, good boy. Have some juice. That's it. Come here then, give Daddy a cuddle. Good boy. Here we go then. El Jobbo is now on his final flying run. There's a few more guys are coming out for their outlaps. Kieran, it appears, is going to be the final guy out of the pit and the final one to cross the line. Could be sense, could work in his favour, to be fair. So let's see what El Jobbo's first sector split time is. Half a second better off currently. Let's see what he can do through sector 2. Tight through that castle section. As he's invalidated then. Gameful is up next. He will be the next to set time. Didn't get obviously sector 1 split as we were on board with El Jobo. But we are going to get his sector 2. And he is 1.1 seconds better off. Solid from Gameful so far. See if he can keep that going. Yeah, good lap time from Gameful there, 141.8. Solid from him. Let's see who's going to be next. Carl, it appears, is going to be the next one. So El Jobo is going to be staying there in P7, unless obviously Bonneville can knock him out of that P7 spot. Bonnie obviously yet to set his time. Carl sets a 142.2, 2/10th gain for him. Mechanical a 7/10th gain for him, a 141.9. Kev not really improving. No, it doesn't improve. 1.1 seconds over. Jack, however, is improving. That's interesting. Kieran also improving. Right. Jack was 3 tenths better off through 2 sectors. He needs to find another 10th. Is he going to do it? Oh, he doesn't. Misses out by almost 2 tenths. Stays P2 a 141.4. Bonnie jumps in there with 141.7. He's managed to hook that lap. Oh, his Gameful completely smashes into the wall there. Just jumped on board with that as he does it. That was horrific. Unfortunate for Gameful then, but that is your Q3 session over and done with. Kev taking P1 a 141.3, followed by Jack a 141.4, Bonnie a 141.7, Kieran a 141.8, Gameful odds a 141.8, Mechanical a 141.9, Carl Trim a 142.2, and El Jobo a 143.1. So that is just a second covering your top 7 with Ehal and Kane Lowry both retiring from the session due to incidents. Just going to take this opportunity to just go and check on my daughter. 2 seconds. I'm back, guys. So just waiting for the guys to choose their race strategies, make any adjustments they need to. Obviously, can only really adjust the brake bias, tyre pressures, front wing, and I'm not able to think you may be able to change the, what do they call it, differential. Good evening also, how are you buddy? Nice to hear from you. Hope you and your family had a good Christmas buddy. Feels like ages since Christmas to be fair now. Here we go then, everyone's starting their formation laps. Let's have a little look at tyre choice. Just one person opted in for the soft tyres, and that's Daryl. Everyone else is a medium or a hard runner. Bonnie opted in for the hards. Kieran, mechanical, out your top 6 opted in for the hards. Everyone else mediums. Which can play into your... It can play into your hands going on the hards first. But around here, I'm not sure it's going to be helpful. I think Daryl, if there's no instance in the first couple of laps, but there is between sort of lap 6 and 10, I think he's pulled off a mega strat, jumping onto them softs. It's telling me a medium to hard strat is optimal, but it didn't tell me what lap. Random. So I'd imagine that medium, probably pit window opens around lap 12, I'd imagine. If you're jumping onto them hards, if not, someone like Kane Lowry will take them 20 out of the 26 laps and jump onto them softs at the end. As I've been saying as well, since this game come out, it's the nice thing about this game is the varied strategies. Every strategy works, every strategy can win. It's just about how you drive and how you use that strategy to your advantage. Whereas the other one was always just a medium. It was always pretty much just a medium hard medium. Whereas now you're seeing guys use the softs because they see that fresh tyres around here are incredibly powerful on most of these tracks. It's your front 3 guys just getting on with it. Or front 4 guys, something like that. And my son has just fallen asleep on my lap. Lovely. As we are, 5 red lights are out, and away we go. That is a horrible view. Why would they do that into the first corner? Everyone appears like they got away quite cleanly. Why have we got... Is this some sort of glitch or something? But I've got some ghosted cars going on here. I don't know why that is. Kane Lowry ghosted car for some reason. Why are they still ghosted? Doesn't make any sense. As we've had a bit of an incident there, Kieran. Don't think... It doesn't appear like he's got any damage. Might manage to get away with that one. Nerf managing to drop down a little bit. Apart from that, everyone got away fairly cleanly, to be fair. Oh no, they didn't. Gameful is gone. Gameful has managed to spin. As we've got El Jobbo's round as well. He's got some wing damage. Is this going to be the first virtual or safety? I don't think it is. So El Jobbo, I'm not sure if he has got damage or not. Doesn't appear like he's got any damage, but we'll see. Gameful definitely has damage. He's got no end plate. I wonder whether El Jobbo did pick up some damage or not. Also, just losing touch with the back of Warrior. And that is a fairly decent first lap from everyone, to be fair, as I think Kieran's pitting. Here he is. He must be changing his wing. Did he get damage? Let's have a little look. Chip appears to have got damage as well. Jobbo definitely got damage then. So the Gameful. Yeah, unfortunate for them 4 guys. Let's see what's happening at the front. Ehal. That's not correct. What is going on here? It's telling me Ehal is P1. But that's not possible. Oh, there you go. Ehal is currently P5, so Kev has already broken the DRS to Jack and hasn't needed to use much battery either, to be fair. So that's interesting. They've broken off from Bonnie, and that is going to be vital for their strategy. If they can build the gap over Bonnievale and just keep building it lap upon lap upon lap. Bonnie obviously very consistent. Strategies are normally pretty spot on as well. So it's an interesting start. We will see what the position changes were after all that. Ehal up 4. A few of the guys up 3 as well. Biggest losers are El Jobbo and Gameful and Kieran. 11, 12 and 13 respectively. As Daryl is in the pits. I'm going to imagine that's for a wing. Is that for a wing? Yeah, it is for a wing. And that has not suited his strategy at all. Jack is back onto the back of Kev. Back onto the back. Jack has cruised up to the back of Kev King. My grammar is awful. As Kev just pulls away through that little castle section. So it appears that Jack is running fairly low wings. Kev has got a fairly higher wings, it appears, just in that little section alone. So Jack will be pushing for the DRS of Kev. But it looks like he's going to miss out. I think he has missed out, to be fair. Yeah, he's going to miss out on the DRS. But he's taken almost 4 attempts. Well, he has taken 4 attempts out of Kev alone on that one straight. So, yeah, there's definitely a little difference in wings there. But they have managed to gain 5 seconds on Bonnie. So that's helping their strategies out massively. The field, there's a couple of little battles going on in the field. I am interested in this one, but I do want to jump on with this mechanical Ehal one. This looks interesting. see what tyres both these guys are on. I think they're both on mediums if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, Mechanical on the hard, so he's doing really well there, holding up medium runner. Oh, lost Jack. What happened there? Ah, he's lost it after the little hairpin, just before the castle section. Ah, he's pushing too hard. And that brings out the first safety car. I can't see anyone pitting, I really can't. To be fair, I think this is just going to bring everyone back close together again, but it's the first safety car of the evening, and your P2 runner Jack caused it. Unfortunate of him as well. He was doing really well, to be fair. Definitely impressing me this evening, but that is his night over and done with. He will be taking an early trip back to the paddock. message. So we're going to have the safety car out for one more lap. I'll take this opportunity just to quickly grab a drink.